This is the new DJI Action 6. I've been using action cameras now for a while, and I was thinking if I should upgrade for this one. Well, I've just bought it and I'm going for a walk on this gray Sunday morning to try it out, and I'm going to share my first impressions with you. So it won't be an Action 6 review. It's just a walking in Skerries, a town in County Dublin, and I'm going to share my thoughts along the journey. So come with me and let's go. So yes, this is the first impressions of the DJI Action 6 that I bought with my own money yesterday evening. So the settings are almost standard, almost default. I've just made a few changes, and I'm going to try out other changes, other settings along this walk. But so far, the main change I did was I just increased the bit rate from standard or medium, whatever, to high. And I'm recording now 16:9, normal color profile. Other than that, it's pretty much stock settings, so you can have an idea how it looks like when using and when getting the camera out of the box and trying to go for any recording. Oh yeah. Let's cross here. I've also set the shutter speed to 1/60. When you set the shutter speed, the double of the frames per second, you get that motion blur, that the natural. Probably you can see now. You can get the you can get the natural movement, the natural blur, similar as our eyes are used to. So talking about features, the main reason that I decided to get this camera is because of the larger sensor size, of course. You know, it's 1/1.1 inch, and I think that it can help me on my workflow to record both horizontal and vertical at the same shot. Sometimes I need to record twice or coming from different cameras. So I think this can be really time saving for my workflow. Yeah, and coming with a big sensor, I've been checking like many reviews at this time now, and there's a good improvement when recording in low light conditions. So I really enjoy recording at sunset, sunrise. So I think that it can be beneficial to my workflow, to my recording style. Yeah. So now make some changes. This is what I was looking for. Well, it's recording almost square, taking advantage of the new sensor size. So I can reframe both in horizontal. There are some cars coming. Let's wait for them. And then I can also reframe, I can crop in vertical. right, really nice, this square sensor. Of course, we are almost going to see almost the same time, because I will see the results only when I'm editing in post. Anyway, I'm going to show you now a few settings in the DJI Action 6. We have here all the resolution, the traditional 4K, whatever. I'm currently using the landscape aspect ratio. I'm using the wide. You see here that there's a natural wide now, that basically it changes a bit the corners and how de-warp it is. You know that there are people that don't like that, like small bubbles, if I can say that, in the screen. So it's really interesting, but I'm keeping using the wide one. You have also the ultra wide here, the natural wide as I mentioned, and the standard de-warp. So it's really good as well, this one. Yeah, but back to wide. We have here on the left side, we have the stabilization modes. We have off, we have rock steady, and we have rock steady plus. I haven't used yet, but I'm going to keep rock steady here. In the aspect ratio, we have here landscape, portrait, default, and custom. Custom is where you have here the square screen that you can reframe in post. So yeah, really nice here. And then yeah, you have the other modes here if you want. I'm going to keep in custom. My settings here, I had set the white balance to 6000. I think it's nice for my case now. For my light conditions. Exposure, it's 1/60. The ISO, usually I lock in, but for this video I decide to keep like a range of 100 to 800. So oops, let's move back. Yeah. The variable aperture here is where you can change. You have only these options here at these settings that I am at now. So yeah, you can change to 4, the aperture to 4, 2.8 or 2.6. In a recent firmware update, they also include the 8K when recording 16:9. So, but again, only when using the default aspect ratio. So yeah, I'm not going to try it out now. Keep walking now, and I'm just going to find somewhere to have something warm. You know, it's really cold here. There's a good place, name it Goat in the Boat. So it's where I'm going to stop by now to have something. It's cold morning. Here I am. Didn't find any table inside, so I just came out to take my hot chocolate. Really good, really good. This is another part of Scary's Beach. I promise I bring you in a better day, because it's really beautiful. Yeah. And out there are some people that probably they were swimming during this cold weather. Yeah, you know, they are brave. I don't have this courage at all. Talking about the tones now, I'm going to show you a few examples, not all, because you have like, I don't know, many. So just like 2 examples that what you can get from the film tones that can help you in your workflow. Yeah, this is the standard one. like the one that I'm using straight out of the camera, reminding that you can only use the film tone, as far as I understood in my first hours using this camera, when using the normal color grade profile. So if you are using D-Log-M, it's deactivate. Okay, this is the standard. Let's change to the next, to NV. It will be the first one. So yeah, this is the NV one. Yeah, it's changes a bit the skin tones. Yeah. Let's check another one. This is the WT. Yeah. Let's see in post. But yeah, it seems interesting. Perhaps we can use this sometime. And one more. And the NC one. Yeah. Well, yeah, it can help you in some circumstances if you don't want to color grade, but you want a different kind of look instead of the normal color profile, the standard ones. Let's back to the normal. Recording in D-Log-M, still walking here now at Scaries Harbor, and something there is something else I want to try out. That different kind of aspect ratios. This one that I'm recording now is wide. Let's see the difference between natural wide. The expectation is that the corners will be more de-warp. Let's try it out. Yeah, natural wide now. Can you see the difference? In the corner, less rounded. Let's now change to totally de-warp. This is now the standard mode, or de-warp. It's flatter. Wow. Don't get my camera. I know that's like my drones. The last mode I want to show you is the ultra wide. Let's try it out. Ultra wide. Yeah, seems nice. Isn't it? Okay, but back to wide. Back to wide. Still recording 1/60 seconds, 30 FPS, D-Log-M. That are my basic settings. Even when I'm flying drones. The white balance is still automatic because I'm trying it out. Usually I try to lock the white balance to avoid like changing during my recording. So yes, out there is Scaries. I don't know, I call the other beach as Scaries Beach, but this one probably is Scaries South Beach, something like that. Yeah. There's something I want to try out. If I had any D filters, I would be probably using any D8 or not 8, probably 16. But when I went to buy this camera yesterday, there were no ND filters available, and checking the delivery time in Amazon to get an ND filter with DJI, it was taking a bit longer than I wanted. So I just ordered free wells from a third-party company. It's going to arrive tomorrow. Yeah, but as I've locked the shutter speed at 60, and although it's cloud, it's a bit bright now. I will just try changing the variable aperture to 4. And let's see if it really changes anything. Let's try it out now. Okay, same location. And the variable aperture now was changed from 2.6 to 4. What about the sky? It's looking better. I don't know, let's see the clouds back there. Yeah, looking to the small screen here, it seems to have some improvement. I would still need to use my ND filters, but it seems that we have some improvements. Okay, let me keep recording with the variable aperture set to 4 for the next time, and let's keep moving. So, is this the right camera for you? You need to decide. But what I can tell you that, you know, is a DJI product. So my experience with DJI so far, it's been amazing. So this camera seems to have a really good quality. It's slightly better than the Action 5 Pro. So not a big, like not a huge difference, but it has some. In low light conditions, I really want to test. Like my expectation is that in this case we will exceed the Action 5 Pro. I'm recording now at aperture 4, so I'm not expecting too much blur. You know, it's an action camera, but yeah, you still can control a bit the light conditions, even without any defilter. So, and the fact that you have this kind of open gate sensor, so it helps you a lot, and that's my main use case. So I can record now both vertical and horizontally using the same footage. So wow, yeah, this is something that matters to you, so you should consider that one. But if you have already like an Action 5 Pro, so you need to change, not necessarily, again, unless this kind of new features really matter to you. In my case, it seems that will matter. So let's take advantage of that. So thank you for watching this video, and see you next time.